What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Hi, yeah, I can hear you.
All right, just Fiona. She wants attention.
How do I turn this off?
Girl. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Let's give it a few more minutes. Get started.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Fiona's gonna be joining us today, so she's just gonna be.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of apps to download. I think I got like 90% of it.
What are you missing?
There was the last step. It was what is this? Fetch and pool the latest version of the master branch.
Okay, so yeah, I can help you out. Like,
Yeah.
Thomas or I can help you afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out, but I got everything else.
Thomas, where are you? Hold on. Let's see you, but make co-host. There you go. All right. I think we are pretty good to start. Okay. Put it back. Okay, cool. Give me just 1 second. I need to like stay up to date with the channel. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the web development. I want to say course or community. My name is Manny. Thomas is also here, and we also pinged him.
Hello.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, so we're both pinged. Okay, so what we're going to be learning throughout this semester is how to create a PWA. Do any of you know what a PWA is? No. Okay. Okay. So a PWA is a progressive web app. Yes. Mainly, it's a website that acts as a native app on your phone. So if you were to open up Alibaba on your phone, if you actually see the way it interacts with your phone, that's kind of like what we're going to be building. And we're going to be using React, which is a front-end library, which is going to help us to create like the whole entire front end. For the back end, we're going to be using something called Node Express, and along with it, we're going to use other types of dependencies and libraries that are going to help us to create the whole app. Okay, I wanted to take this session to create kind of like a brainstorming session. Does that make sense? And hold on, there's people waiting. Sorry, I'm multitasking right now. I wanted to create this as a brainstorming session. I wanted to come up with ideas, and according to those ideas, we're going to be starting to develop the structural part of the app, as well as like the databases and making decisions further on. Okay. So first of all, we have a lot of people. Yeah, just brief introduction. I just wanted to like get to know you guys better. Just say your name. What is it? What is it level, or like if you're a sophomore, senior, freshman, you know, what would you rate from 1 to 10, like your level of web development with JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and what would you like to do, front end or back end? Just those 4 things very quickly. Who would like to start?
I'll start first. Well, my name's Thomas. I'm the front-end lead. I'm pretty good with React. I'm pretty good with CSS. I'm pretty good with HTML. I'm a senior at FIU. I have like 2 semesters left. I like music. I like playing games. That's about it for me.
All right, next. Well, I'm going to be starting to pick people. Quick.
Hey, what's up? My name's Matt. I am a junior, but I am a total noob at web development. I just know some basic HTML and CSS. I would like to probably do front end. That seems maybe a little easier for me.
Gotcha. Next. Come on, quick.
I can go. So my name is Naomi Lima. I'm a senior. I would say my level, I do know like HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript, but I'm not perfect. And I'd want to do front end.
Okay.
My name's Ian. I'm a junior. I don't have any web dev experience besides just making a basic web page. And I've been learning Django lately, but I haven't taken it anywhere. I'm a junior and I want to do backend.
Nice. Next.
My name's Jamil. I am a junior. And if possible, I like to do both. And I'm a beginner at this.
So you like to do both front end and back end?
Yeah, it seems interesting. My friend does it. So yeah.
That's what I do. What's it called? All right. Oh, anybody else? Just give it like 10 more minutes. You know,
what are we supposed to say? I'm sorry.
just your name, what's your background? Are you a sophomore, senior, freshman, and what would you like to do, front end or back end?
So basically, I am a sophomore, though I must admit that I don't know. I mean, technically, I've only been like these for like 2.5 weeks, like learning how to program. Like literally before that, I didn't know anything, but I'm enjoying it, even though I'm trying to catch up with everything like in the classes. Like I'm enjoying it. It's really cool. Yeah.
Nice. All right. We got 10 minutes, guys. Wait, let's try to get as many people as possible. Come on.
All right, I'll go next. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My name's Rebekah. I'm a transfer student, a sophomore. I don't have much experience. I only did intro to programming with Python, so I don't know too much, but I'm interested in learning front and back end.
Nice. All right, next.
We got some chatters too. I don't know if you saw.
I know. I've been looking at them.
Did you introduce yourself already?
Oh, what's up? Me?
Yeah, did you introduce
He has
yourself?
not actually.
Oh, no,
Unless you did it earlier.
Oh, Thomas, you want to go first?
I already went.
You went already. All right.
So
I
my
think
name.
Clement should go next.
Oh, wait.
We all love Clement. We all love
Oh, shoot. All right, I'll go after Manny.
So my name is Manny. I go by Manu, Manny, Manuel, however you guys want to call me. I don't care. I am a senior. I've been doing web development for the past like 2 years. And recently I've been diving extremely hard into web development, into backend. I already know front end, but I want to experience more of the backend. So like I've been building like databases on my own and everything. Yeah. I want to do backend.
Wait, are you, so you're making a full transition into the backend? Are you
I mean,
phasing
I
with?
still code in Java as well, but like I've been I'm learning like the whole entire like full stack
All
development
right,
backend, yeah, of web development. So I want to be good at like any type of web development that I can get my hands on.
I got you.
How about you,
So,
Clement?
oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's about my time. So my name is Clement. I'm a senior-ish at FIU. I'm currently interning this fall, so like that's kind of pushing my graduation a little bit further back. But anyway, uh, like Manny, I'm also like into full stack development, but mainly started off in the back end. So I know all of his growing pains that he's going through right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been working like really hard to make sure that all of you that work with him this semester will learn a lot. So yeah, make sure you listen to him. I'm just sort of like watching today. I mean, but as far as as far as my experience goes, I've worked on the front end and the back end. I've worked with React, Vue and Vue in the front end. I've done Django, Flask, Fast API, and Spring Boot in the back end. As far as frameworks go, use both the databases. Now, since my internship, like I've been getting into like cloud stuff.
Oh yeah, me too.
So,
that's what I'm getting into as well.
Yeah, so I've been in some AWS pain, mainly with like serverless, which is basically like, basically like the cloud handles like all of all you have to worry about is like the business logic. Like, so when like somebody makes a request, all you have to worry about is like the actual what that like
Response
is gonna be, and then everything else is handled for you.
Exactly.
Like that's like a high level of what goes on there.
It's very simple.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's me.
I did exactly what he's doing, but at a different level, similar level with Walmart this summer. So I used to ask Clement a lot for help. Anyway, let's get like 3 more and then we can get started at 7:45.
Can I go?
Yeah, go.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Gabriella, but most people here know me as Gabby. I'm a sophomore, but also a transfer student. So I won't be starting classes at FIU until the spring. But I'm also your outreach lead. So I'm the person that sends out Discord announcements and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm the one slur person that sends out random announcements for your events. But I'd say my skills with web development, it's pretty beginner. I haven't touched HTML or CSS or JavaScript in like 2 years. So I'm pretty much starting from the beginning again. And I hope to eventually learn full stack, but I'd like to start out with front end.
Okay. All right. 2 more and then we can get started. And I'll explain how the structure of this course is or how this is going to be. And we can get started with planning the whole app. 2 more people?
Mind if I go?
Sure, go for it.
Hey guys, I'm Harpreet. I'm a sophomore, but I'm not from FIU. I'm from a Canadian university. I like web development as Manny and Clement both do, but I'm not as strong in that sense. I want to thank Clement for inviting me to FIU like a couple months ago, and I've been pretty happy here.
Love having you, bro.
Well, one more. Who's gonna be the special person?
George, are you here?
Hey man, what's up?
Ah,
I'm George. I'm a senior and I'm like okay with React. I want to get better. So I think I'm gonna try front end still.
okay.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so let me share my screen. I have 3 screens, so if you don't see, sorry, I was coding on something. I was doing something else earlier. Okay,
Putting that work in.
I never stop working, so I hope you guys know that. Okay, so how are we going to structure this course, right? So I created this file that most of you that are in the team have access to, okay? The way it's going to be is that as we go through as we go creating the app, we're going to be adding to this app, okay? We have the application overview, which is going to have mainly the basics of what the app is going to contain, what type of tools, libraries, dependencies we're going to be using, okay? Both for the client, meaning front end, and the server backend, okay? We are going to have a point system, which is going to be based on features, okay? The more you get done, the more points you get, okay? And we're going to try to hold up a leaderboard of who gets the most points, okay? I don't know the reward yet, but I'm gonna try to make it something nice for you guys, okay? That being said, the point system is actually how the agile methodology works. Okay, if you were to work in an internship, usually you have cards, which are your features. Okay, each card decreases with time. Like let's say you start off with, I believe that's right, Clement?
Wait, what's up?
That when you have like the cards, whenever you do your internship, if you do cards in Jira, for example, let's say you start off with a card that has 2.5 points, but you take like 3 days to finish it, and it starts decreasing in value, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say I'll give you guys, let's say me, either Thomas or I, we give you like features to do, right? Let's say one of those cards is like 2.5 points. That's technically 2.5 days to get it done, right? If you take more than 2.5 days, 2.5 days, the value of those 2.5 points are going to start decreasing, okay? And that means that you want to get it done as soon as possible in order to get more points, right? And that's how the leaderboard is going to hold up. It's actually, that's actually how it is in real life. Oh, we got more people. Hold on. I gotta, give me just 1 second. I gotta admit more people. Thomas, can you do it? I think I made you co-host.
I got it already. Yeah.
Thank you.
I just saw that now, actually.
Yeah, same. All right. So that's technically how I'm gonna do it. I'm going to be writing the rules so you guys have a better specification of how, or understanding of how it actually is. And then over here, I'm going to start writing the teams. If you guys can, who the people that are in the team, if you guys can please put your name on whether you want to do front end or back end. All right, just keep on adding to the points, to the bullet points, and so that way we're gonna have a better idea as to who wants to do what. Okay.
Yeah, that works. Can you link this actually right now in the chat?
Yes.
So we can just click on it.
Yes. Copy link. And
I think we need edit access.
edit
True,
access. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's if you haven't already been here, I think.
So
no, when you go to the copy link, okay.
Okay. Copy
when you
link.
go to share and you go to copy link, like you can, yeah.
Okay. Done. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, David, this will be recorded, by the way.
It is being recorded right now.
So, is there a way that I can that you can send it to me? I don't know.
It's in the chat right now.
No, he's talking about the meeting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be uploaded.
We'll post it in the chat afterwards. The meeting recording.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, okay, so right now the introduction and the purpose and the stories are all empty. Okay, we're gonna be building an app from the start, but we don't know what app we're going to be building. Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys to start thinking prior hand. You know, a few days ago I started asking you guys to start thinking of ideas. If anybody has an idea, there's no dumb idea, but just propose it. You know, maybe we can build your idea. So who wants to go first? And then also, as you propose your idea, I'm going to challenge your idea by asking tough questions. So we have to work along, you know, maybe we have to work together in order to come up with like some way that we can build it. Okay, like how are we gonna go around these type of like issues? Okay, who wants to go first?
I think David tossing out ideas stuff there.
Yeah. If anyone has like a passion or like a cool, like not like that, but like there's something more in depth than like a vague idea. If anyone has like any cool.
Yeah, it can be literally anything. At this point, we can build anything. Like we'll teach you guys, but some things have some restraints, you know. So we have to start molding what we can do until we get like a solid idea.
I have a question. Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you can ask the question. It's cool.
Okay, now I was just gonna ask, should we take into account like a website that may need like APIs, or is that complicated?
We can. I mean, we're gonna be building an API in the server.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's kind of like what I'm gonna be teaching. I'm going to be teaching how to build an API from the start, and we're going to link it to a database as well. Okay, so every idea has some way to get built, you know, and we need to make sure that it's within like our limits. You know, for example, like one of our limits is that if we use MongoDB, we have about 512 megabytes of free storage before we start getting charged. Okay, so if we have something that has to upload a lot of images, that's gonna get loaded up very quickly. So, and then if we're not using images and we're just transferring data, then we can use SQL, which is just more organized data. And that's going to allow us to basically just filter out like, just basically like input data in order and then output it the same way. Or we can like always like tap into it. You know, it's more organized. But that we have a lot more like freedom to do. It also like as you guys provide ideas, I can like challenge it, and then that way we can start like molding what we can probably do. Okay, so let me see over here. We have
college recipes. I like that. Those good meals and at a budget.
A crypto watcher, stock watcher, Bible quote of the day.
Morris, what were you gonna say?
I like the crypto.
All right, so basically, I don't know if anyone like. Okay, I guess I should have thought about how to present this, but has anyone ever read a book and like say your best, like Harry Potter, right? You read Harry Potter and your best friend hates Harry Potter, so it's not like you can discuss what you read with your best friend, and then you don't know anyone else that likes Harry Potter, right? So pretend you're in that situation. So my idea would be like a website where you can where the website has two functionalities. It's like a forum, kind of like Reddit in a way, but then per book. So it's like there will be a database of books, of listed books, and if you click on that book, say Harry Potter, it'll have like a live chat room so anyone can just hop in and speak and or ask whatever they want, and whoever's there is there and can answer it, or it'll have a forum where questions that have been asked before, you know, are answered. I don't know. It's just a.
Are you talking about it like similar to Spark Notes?
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like it
I haven't
sounds
heard
like
Spark Notes since like high school, but
exactly.
I've never thought about that because what Spark Notes, it gives you like a review of a book, but it's not like a in-person chat where it's like
it gives you
like a book
summary.
club. Yeah, it's Spark Notes is like a Quizlet type of thing. No,
So
I don't remember how Spark
it's
Notes
like
is.
it's like it gives you like the summary of the book, and then like there's like analysis of like certain parts, and like yeah, they like analyze the theme. It's not the same thing as to what I think you're referring to. Yours is more like having like basically
like 24/7.
It's almost like a social kind of thing for like people who are interested in books.
Like a social club for book, like
Yeah, like have a database of as many books as people enter, and you can, and like the person can enter a book, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that I got you. Yeah, it's like a it's like a social media site for book
Like a
lovers,
virtual
basically.
book club. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's like a virtual book club. I like that idea though.
Okay, so
anybody else? David has been spitting. He says
A
Piper.
mentorship platform. I like that one too.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, but geared towards younger people.
Not bad. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, I like that one too.
It's like LinkedIn,
I saw
Instagram.
We're not gonna just I'm not letting the college recipes like idea go past.
Pipper should be a knockoff or no, service for plumbers to connect. I don't know why that's so funny, Piper.
So I actually had a friend that he was actually he's gonna hate me for sharing this idea, but you know how, okay, so let's say that you rent out an apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something breaks. How do you report that to your landlord? So like the app will be to like kind of like a system where like you can actually make a report of what broke, you know, and like the landlord can actually follow up with it.
Okay.
And so if you multiply that at a bigger scale, and you have kind of like a system where like that hasn't been created, you know, because it's more like an internal like closed system within like you and your landlord. But let's say the landlord has like the landlord is the landlord of a whole entire building with 20 people living, you know, in different apartments. Now he has a one account where he can see all the like reported issues that he has to get to.
Yeah. Can you elaborate on the college recipe?
Yeah, I'm down to hear more about this
An app
college recipe.
An app to track earnings in different platforms like YouTube, Facebook, OnlyFans to generate more income for broke students. That's kind of cool, but I'm not sure how hard that would be, like backend wise.
Backend wise, we would need access to that and to that data.
Requesting from
I don't know if all those things like let you connect bots to GitHub for storytellers.
GitHub for storytellers?
Website that compiles public police data to rate houses based on the neighbors. That's interesting, actually. And then you guys could work with the machine learning dev community. Yes.
Give me 1 second. What was that again? Sorry.
Oh, which one? The one I said just now?
Yeah. If you guys, Thomas, if you can help me like with the ideas here. I'm just.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just kind of.
how about a business plan beginner app? It can teach you how to start a business, and there can be a dedicated forum / live chat where people can share ideas and their business plans. That's a good one.
Monetization.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see, never mind. Sign language app. AI. Okay, that's too ambitious.
Yeah, it's
What?
actually a lot easier than you think. There's so many repositories online. Yeah, there's a lot of repositories online.
Simple drum sequencer. That's cool. That's actually not a bad like web development.
Yeah, I don't know how hard that would. My background's in electronic music, so like I'm always thinking about like audio plugins, but I have no idea how hard that is to actually
that would be that
put
hard,
together.
To be honest.
Yeah, like something that like does like it's like a looper, it's a sequencer, and it just loops. Maybe not like a big
Actually,
loop.
I don't know how much like data that would start to take after a while if you like have a bunch of like 30,000 layers.
Yeah, we have to think about something that is not gonna eat up our database. So since if we do the flow,
I like that idea. That's cool.
we're gonna have to pay for the extra database.
Website that compiles public police data to rate houses based on the neighbors. That's interesting. I like that.
We might not hit a skill restraint, but a
If we could collab with that,
with
if we could collab with AI, that would be cool on something.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be super cook. Is this the college recipe at Super Cook?
I like the college recipe, to be honest.
No, I was mentioning that it's a really cool app that like you can, it has like a list of ingredients. So like, let's just say you have like eggs and bacon and whatever the heck, you put everything you have at home and it generates recipes that you can make with the ingredients you have at home.
That we can do.
Like there's an app for that already, but it could be kind of crappy.
I mean, when you're on a college student budget, we can make like ramen noodles. What is it, like the
chocolate ramen noodles?
Yeah, like the idea I had for like the college recipe when I wrote it, like maybe either maybe people can share the recipes, because I know people like están inventando and they make weird ass like college recipes or like pre-made recipes or something.
What about if we add it in a way that it saves like in a budget?
Yeah, like that.
Because what's a college student's main thing? It's like keeping on a budget. So what about we make like something like the college recipes, but we make it like in a budget. So it's like, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I was just spitballing. I don't really know how to do that, but
no, we can
cool.
create that. We can definitely create that. That's actually a really that was fun too, to be honest.
Let's yeah. We can start narrowing down. I don't know, anybody else have any last second ideas? Oh, there's 10 new messages since I started looking at old messages.
Okay, if you can get to it, guys, make sure you guys like go on the microphone and like tell us, because we might miss one or two.
LinkedIn Junior. Okay.
I like the LinkedIn for young people and the college recipes.
LinkedIn without the influencers, please.
It's linked Instagram.
Linked.
Bro, linked Instagram is already a thing.
About Instagram, bro.
People just like make shitty success quotes all the time. Oh,
yes.
You just do that on Instagram. Sign language app.
I built a version of the mentorship app at Hack the North, but it went super sideways since my skills are lacking.
Super quick.
But you know what, Harpreet, you've got teamwork. Oh, what's up?
No, I just had a question. Like, how would we consider like future maintenance of the website? Because like I feel like the college recipe one would require like maintenance. Like, I mean, depending on how we do it, but like as in, for example, if people are gonna be posting, I don't know how we'd be able to maintain it.
Okay, so here's one idea. Okay, so if we might have to create a web scraper, right? Maybe add like about 5 VPNs.
There's an API for this, by the way.
Like 5 VPNs to it. Like a web scraper with 5 VPNs, we reduce the latency of every request. So that way it updates like
Many. Somebody keeps an API of like every recipe already. I looked at it.
Yeah, and so basically we have to we
We
make
don't
it
have to do
so
it.
like no, I mean we can create a web scraper that because prices always change. And so that's kind of like the one thing that like it would be like
Yeah.
what would build like the app. And so build a web scraper, add about 5 to 10 VPNs to it so it doesn't get blocked. Reduce the latency and do all the proper like coding practices in order for it not to get blocked and banned by like Walmart or like Publix, you know, whenever it starts web scraping like through prices. The web scraper would connect to the database and the database would basically send all the prices to the front end.
Yeah. That's just
one
doing it
way
for prices would be easy, just like the price of eggs.
Exactly.
But we're going for, I mean, you'd be going for recipes, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Yeah, but we have to keep a budget if we want
Mhm.
to do it to make it college.
Exactly. So if like you could create like recipes, but on a
So you
budget.
can have an estimate price based off the web scrape data.
So we can definitely like do that. That's actually a very like reachable goal. And it's actually pretty fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Who has a server for what we are what we are going to do?
I do. I built it. Okay, anybody? Let's take like 2 more ideas and that way we can start like the planning phase. And then we can start like picking like which one, like reducing it down. Hot topic detector for the internet. What do you mean?
Does everyone join their respective team that they're the most interested in? And yes, you can only join one for at least this semester.
Yeah, guys, please.
Can I join Backend, please?
Yeah, just write your name.
Okay. Sorry. I haven't used that. This is
Okay.
Yeah, and it has all the, if you guys have not used it, they have for your respective team, they have all the downloads. Every link that you need to have all the stuff, essentially.
You know what? I always thought about creating, I'm looking at George's, George Diaz. I always thought about creating an app that would actually like improve upon tracking my expenses. But there's a reason why you can't get an API through, let's say, Bank of America, you know, because it will get tracked down and it would probably get banned. That's what happens a lot of times. You know, it's like I always thought about creating like an API that would block my card. You know, if let's say I'm in a tight budget and I can only waste like $100. I always wanted to create something that would block my card from me using it. It would freeze it, you know, if I try to make a transaction. And so blocking like the transaction, so it would stop me from like impulsive like purchasing stuff. And that happens a lot. Okay. You know, we would have to like look into how to, if we were to build it, we would have to.
I think college recipe is pretty good. Does everyone agree with that? Is everyone rocking with that? Let's see.
Service farms to connect pipes.
We all I'm hungry right now. Can we? All right. Can we put a 1 in the chat if you agree with the college recipe app? Put 2 if you think it sucks and you hate it.
Morris, 2.
Any tutors?
A business plan app. I like that too, the business plan app, but we need to like study the business plan idea.
We do just want to do stuff that's that is simple. That's like not too crazy or ambitious or require too much like input from us. Like we don't want to be writing the recipes ourselves, you know.
No, I mean we can definitely like look that up. We can make combinations and stuff. You know, that's the least of our problems. We would always keep on adding to it, but definitely doable.
Okay. What is the difference between front end and back end? That's a good question. Maybe we should have clarified that.
You want to start?
So I can explain what front end is. Front end is like, I guess, the visual aspect of a website, and the back end is not at all. So, well, that's like the most basic definition of it. The back end is like the brains behind. I mean, there's still brains in front end for sure, like with JavaScript and React and how you set up like components and like passing information around. There's some logic to it, but there's a lot more. He can explain more try to give like a basic rundown on the back end. But yeah, the front end is more visual. That's where you use React, HTML, and CSS to create like a visual website, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so now the back end. The back end is a server. So for those of you that don't know what a server is, it's basically, okay, so you have something called requests and responses, right? The front end, like when you click on a button and you want it to do a certain action and you want certain information, you click on that button. That button sends a signal, that's a request, okay, to the server. The server then receives the request, basically does whatever it has to do. That we make it do that certain action with that certain signal with that request, and we send something back, and that's a response that goes all the way back to the front end as well. Okay, that's the functionality of a server. A server also connects with databases. It like when it receives information, it can either get it, put it, post it, or delete it. Okay, and so if it gets it, if it receives a get request, it basically taps into the database and sends it back. Okay, if it gets a put request, meaning update, quotation marks, it basically receives a request, it grabs information from the database, and it sends it back, updating like the current, it receives information, it updates it in the database, and then it sends a signal back saying like, oh, database has been updated. Okay. A delete, I mean, it's self-explanatory. It deletes stuff from the database. And then and then a post is creating kind of like a new post, let's say in Instagram. You're creating new content. Okay. And so that means that you're creating something new into the database. And so that's the basics of a server and how it connects to into the front end. There's a lot that goes on, but it's actually, once you get into like the nitty-gritty of it, it's rough at first. The more you do it, it gets a lot easier because you start seeing the same things over and over and over again. Okay, so any other ideas? I'm trying to find some, the sign language. I'm trying to find some that I can actually find. Digital synthesizer. That's going to be hard.
I wouldn't worry about which one is easier necessarily. It would be more about what is
because we also have to
more interesting to you.
We also, I mean, it's all, I'm trying to find in between in between like level of difficulty and also interest, as well as complexity wise, because we have to build it. We have to think of like the complexity behind all this, and we have to construct it ourselves. You know, the synthesizer. Okay. So anybody would care to explain to me what a synthesizer does? I don't exactly know.
I feel like that's too hard to get
That would
into.
be super hard,
sounds.
I think. Yeah. It would have like little
That's
tiny
a cool concept.
waveforms, and you would shape the waveforms into certain sounds, and you would play the waveforms on like a little keypad or something that you could control the frequency with it. It's digital signal processing.
It'd be like turning knobs to like.
I'm sure it'd be hard.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'd be really hard.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure how that would work back end wise.
Yeah.
I mean,
wouldn't it require like a lot of like linear algebra or just like math oriented things rather than actual design or programming oriented things?
Well, I feel bad for the front end if it was a synthesizer. Yeah, I feel mostly bad for them. It's because he would have Thomas would have to create a grid with a box that would sustain the animation of a wavelength and actually track
I
it.
see that would be pretty hard. Yeah, I
Track
don't
it
know.
on, like he would have to track it on real time. On top of that, the server would take a massive hit because it has to be information that has to be asynchronous. That would have to update the database real time. You know, probably stored like large wavelengths, like WAV like files. You know.
Tracker.
Okay, so I'm trying to get a move on with this. I'm trying to find
I like that idea too, Naomi.
which one. Okay, one. So a lot of people like the recipe too.
I think we should just roll with the recipe.
Okay, yeah, I think we can. I think that's very doable, and you guys will get to learn a lot.
Naomi's the biggest hater of her own idea. But sorry, you put it out there. You should have taken it back.
Okay, so everybody vote. Everybody likes the recipes. Yes, that's good.
That is a good idea.
Which one?
That it's like my anime list, but I don't know if, I guess you'd have to know what my anime list is.
The Miami list.
Yeah, it's like a website where it has like information on anime, but like you
Every
can
single
track your progress, like if you completed it, what episode you're on, whatever. But I was thinking more like general. I don't know if there's one like maybe like get like, you know, stuff from Netflix and then like track your progress. But like, because I know people use like Netflix and Hulu, right?
Right.
So it's like just a website that tracks all in one. I don't know.
Well, we have we have one big problem there, the database.
Oh.
It's you would have to store little booklets, you know, or probably massive, some manga, go, you know, just one episode is like what, 100 pages?
Okay, no, it's not really like that, I don't think. It's like, I mean, potentially you have thousands of recipes.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go with the recipes. So that's actually a really cool concept. Okay, so introduction, purpose. So let me just change the name of the app. So we can probably come up with a better name. College budget recipe.
Pretty balanced teams.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Or during the process, it was kind of unbalanced, and then
it worked out.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be a really heavy front end.
Okay, so so the way we're trying to create this is we're going to separate the teams into front end and back end, like we said. Now hold on, let me just admit this person. Okay, now the way we're trying to build this is that we are going to have separate meetings with our teams, like both Thomas and I. He's going to start leading the front end, and he's going to start building a prototype. Okay, and so that way, when he built the prototype, I can build like also the backend server using a relational database graph, and we can start connecting like the dots, like what his part is going to do, along with how I can connect it. And I'm going to give him the variables that he's going to be using, or what we're going to be naming, you know, kind of like a UML graph, like diagram. And then I'm going to give them the variables, like the names. For example, if I name, you know, if I do like a login screen, right? And I use like, okay, I need to use two variables, username and password. Okay, if I name those two variables something different than username and password, I have to put that into the relational database, because that's what Thomas is going to use to send the request to me. Does that make sense? And then I can send him back like the response afterwards. Okay, so if you see on the file, we have Lucy chart. which is going to be where we're going to be creating the relational database diagram. And Thomas is going to use Figma. Okay. But for now, I just wanted to get a quick idea of how to give you guys an idea of how this will be built. Let me use Excalidraw. Let me just put draw.
What's this request thing you're talking about? What are you talking about?
What?
Clement?
Bro, what's a request? Like, what's a response, dude?
Explain what a request and response is.
You did?
The front end, like I said, the front end, simple words. The front end sends a signal. That's a request to the back end. It's requesting the back end for information. The back end then grabs the information from the database and sends it back to the front end. That's as simple as you can put it. And so you're going to be hearing a lot of request, response, request, response, and you have to understand if a request is always being sent to the back end, okay, and a response is always being sent to the front end. Okay, if you guys go right here, I'm going to open up Excalidraw. This is a tool by Facebook, by the way. Okay. So we have, I'm just going to give you guys like an overall view of how this would turn out or how we're going to go about this. Okay. So we have the front end. Okay. And we have the back end. Okay. So over here, so help me out if you guys want. Thomas, if you can see the comments. Okay, so from my side, we're going to create a JWT token, which is for authentication purposes, right? Okay. That's authenticate. Let me just put authentication. Okay. Then we're going to create a login, right? Let's say login, and then a login. Okay. This is going to be the response. And this is going to be the request. Are you guys with me? Okay, so now let's say an example. Thomas is going to create the login form, which is going to have username and password. I'm trying to make it look pretty. So username and then password. Okay. Thomas is then going to send the signal to the backend. Okay. Which this is going to be the request. He's going to request for username. Let's say, what's the username that we use for everything?
User password?
No, whenever we do like
Admin.
Oh, we could do admin. Right.
John Doe.
Yes.
John Doe.
John Doe.
Okay. Let's put it together. All right, John Doe. And then password. Any password?
Password.
Password. Okay, so this is going to be the request. All right. The server is going to look into the database right? And this is just for the login, but like I said, this is just an example. The server is going to go into the database, and it's going to look through the whole database. And if it finds it, it found send response. Send response. Okay. So if it finds it, it's gonna say response, let's say for now, yes. Okay. And so then we send the signal back to the front end. And the response is going to be a simple yes. Okay. That's as simple as we can put it. Now, if we can say, we can like keep going. We can say if yes, we can say login username. Okay. So what I'm trying to get you guys to understand here, and then this would be the dashboard. Okay. Okay. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that the first thing that we're going to do is, Thomas is going to create the, he's going to give you guys the task to create the login screen. That's one of the features. All right. The login screen is going to have these two parameters. This is going to be the username and the password, and he's going to create the API that's going to send the request to me. And then from the back end, we're going to create a router. A router is basically something that it's going to allow us to separate each request. You don't want all the requests to be in the same page. You want them to be separated and organized. So we're going to start organizing the server. We're going to start making it so when we receive that data, it connects to the database. So we also have to create the database. We also have to get it online, start creating the fields, hashing. Hashing means encrypting passwords, and allowing the JWT that's right here for authentication. So there's a lot that goes on in this app, but this is kind of like the process that it goes into. Okay, any questions for now? That said, we're going to create the actual, this is just an example, but we're going to create the actual diagram, the architectural diagram for the backend, and somewhat of it in the front end using Lucidchart. Okay, if you guys see the link right here. And then Thomas, like I said, he's going to do it in Figma.
Yeah. Should we discuss what features we would like to do? Just
Yes.
Let's like solidify our idea a little bit more.
Okay. So features. What do you guys think it should have?
Well, I think we already agreed a price, like a general price of the recipe.
Price with the recipe. So budget price?
Yeah, and maybe you could put in. I'm trying to think, because she said there's a different version. I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That you could put in what ingredients you have to throw you a recipe, but in some ways, it'd be cool if you could like put your budget in,
Okay.
throw you a recipe almost.
Okay, so I built this for a reason. There's a section right here called stories. Okay. This is for all of you guys, whoever wants to participate. Think of a story. Okay, if you guys don't know how a story is done, it's basically creating a simple story of how the user would use the app. So think of how the user is going to use it. So I can just put like the first one. The user.
Oh, maybe alternatives to ingredients, like cheaper alternatives. That's interesting.
Put it. I'm just the login one. So the user will be able to log in to the app using his or her credentials. Okay. That gives me an idea that we need a login for the app. And if you guys want to participate, add to it, feel free to.
We could also, okay, alternatives to ingredients. So we got to think about like the main like purpose it would serve. Obviously, in general, we want like it to be able to have cheap recipes. So just like figure out like what would look like for the user. Like what would they put in? Like would they say how much money I want to spend on this meal, or like what recipe, what ingredients they have?
So the user will be able to create a range of how much they want to spend.
Morris?
Yeah. Is this I forgot, but is this a app based on budget or just cooking in general?
That's what we're kind of trying to, it is based on budget. Yes.
It is based on budget, but that's a key factor because there's no, I think that's what separates itself from other apps. You know what I mean?
I have a quick story.
But like another filter.
Yeah.
One could be like, oh, I'm hungry and I want to have like a cooking adventure of a new ingredient, and then hence use the app. I don't know. It's my take on the
that
story.
app kind of exists is the only thing. So I like, that's a good idea, and maybe we could even have like some sort of ingredient put to, yeah, I see. A random button. That's a good idea.
For random. Okay, so let's add that.
Like I'm feeling lucky kind of thing.
That's actually, yeah. So the user will be able to use a random button to select a random recipe. Okay. So random button for prices. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
You can have an account with a list of ingredients in your fridge.
Oh, Naomi,
and then it would try its best to match or suggest a few additional ingredients and price per recipe.
So this is not to be college oriented. This could be like budget eating.
Yeah, so this is gonna benefit a lot of people in a sense of like budget wise. But Naomi, she mentioned, oh, I lost it. Damn it. Oh, okay, a random button for I saw prices.
A fortune cookie. That's kind of fresh. That's a front end. Me front end.
I mean, you wouldn't want like a random price if you're.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like if you're in a budget, that defeats the purpose of a price. No, but I think I read it wrong.
Oh, okay. Because if anything, that's like.
No, that was on me.
Yeah.
Fortune cookie.
That's a good idea. Like that's cute.
That's a good idea. We can probably
Random price constrained to budget, but I mean, as long as it's below the budget, does it really matter?
Yeah, random. Wait, why would the price be random?
So what about if we do like we separate the budget in a weekly basis? Like you want to spend like $10 a day.
Or yeah, like maybe have some way to plan for more than just a single recipe at least.
Right. And so like you could do it like for one day, or if you want to, I guess like
yeah,
meal plan.
I like this path. So like you could have like multiple recipes per your budget.
Y'all making some survival tactics here. I'm liking the sound of this.
This is good. Okay, so how do you guys want to
how many meals per day?
So the user will be able to decide whether
David said, how about letting the user upload their own recipes and save them?
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
Recipes will have tags.
Okay, so hold that idea. Hold on. The user will be able to decide whether to pick one single recipe
Seasonal ingredients.
or
Weekly
or
cost of food. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. I'm not sure how to word that though.
the user will.
Someone said separate the recipes based on breakfast, lunch, and dinner, drinks, and
That is
dessert.
good. That is good. Cereal.
I'm getting hungry.
The biggest single recipe or meal plan.
That'd be interesting if it just returned you like Captain Crunch every day.
Oatmeal for dinner, oatmeal for lunch, oatmeal for breakfast.
What was that? What was the one after the one I said like hold that thought?
Keeping calorie count. I mean, we could have like a number of yeah, like a number of like I guess restrictions when you put it in.
So the user will be able to. I lost it. That was such a good plan. The calorie count, ingredients automatically.
Oh, what's it called?
What was it
I might botch this thing. Manny, could you elaborate on the seasonal ingredients?
Yeah, so like, you know, whatever fruits and vegetables are in season. So say like for summer, you have like what, tomatoes, zucchinis,
And they're
etc.
actually cheaper because of that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, just real quick, guys. If anybody can mention on the chat, what was the one that we just said?
What I mean, the one with like having like the budget across a period of time, that one or no?
It was
I
no,
know shopping.
I put that like in single recipe and meal plan throughout the week. Based on their budget.
A meal plan based. I don't know. So I don't know if people are ready to hear they only got ramen and OJ.
So the user will be able to. Did you add the one where they can create their own recipe?
No, I haven't.
And save their own recipe. I like the one for. This is a lot to keep up with. The
You got a lot of ideas in this community.
The season.
Yeah, we don't have to do every single one, but let's just try to get everything out there.
No, but this is enough to keep you guys to because I want to at least have like a feature per person. You know what I mean?
I was trying to save random recipes and then switch tabs to their gym plan. Like having like different budget meals for like I guess making meal lists. Like kind of like a playlist. Is that what's going on here, Sean?
Ooh, I kind of like that. Like you could save like a meal list.
It's like this is my healthy
like
week
a Spotify
meal
like a Spotify meal list. Yeah, like
my healthy week meal list.
And then like when you like save a meal list, it'll just like send you like all like the ingredients that you need to buy.
You guys mind if I jump in really quick?
Sure.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So what I was thinking of, like, you know, how on Instagram, you don't save all your memes or stuff to one page. You know, you have like different folders. So I don't know, maybe, yeah, like maybe you want to save certain recipes for like, I don't know, family meetings, or another recipe for if you decide you want to have a gym diet plan, and then you can have like certain health recipes in there, something like that.
Kind of like Pinteresty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, or like even like Spotify, like you can like in Spotify you can like, or maybe I'll screenshot. Yeah, but in Spotify you can have like folders and then like like different things within each folder. You could have like a playlist almost. And then like you could see like what other people have been, you know, what other people like weekly meal plan is. And so instead of just like taking one recipe from somebody, which I feel like is how like normal websites work, you could see like how people set up their, and then you could like, and you know, on Spotify you can like slide in like a song or take a song out. Like you could do that with the whole recipe. I feel like that'd be cool.
After they get a certain meal, if they like it, they can add it to their favorites. so it appears more often, or they don't like it so so it doesn't so it doesn't reappear.
I think Heartbreak had an idea.
Meal of the week feature. Oh,
Ooh.
I mean, as long as it's in their budget. That's the constraint, right? Like, it's got to be the meal of the week within their budget. Like, hey, like, everybody with this budget has really been liking this recipe.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, and oh, by the way, guys, like, if you can also, like, if you want, like, feel free to speak and like talk, like, say your idea or your question.
Yeah,
I have one. Since you're like, oh, it's budgeting. Well, what if, okay, we have different set of ingredients, so on a certain budget, and that way it like we know, like, that person knows that, oh, okay, this week I want to go on a $50 budget, so I can buy this type of ingredients.
Yeah. And so that's kind of like what's tied up to this. It's basically either you want to pick like a single recipe, like $10, $20, or you can pick, like, you can say like, oh, I can only spend like $70 a week, like this week. So it'll throw you all the ingredients, like ramen noodles throughout the whole week or something, you know?
Yeah, like I was gonna
Okay.
add what Morris was kind of gonna like saying, like somehow I guess this would kind of combat the budget thing per recipe. Just have like, I guess, okay, let's just say for example, like not randomizes, but it generates a shopping list. That shopping list is under $30, for example, right? And then with that shopping list, it creates the recipes.
That's not a bad idea. So
because also, like, something I was like considering, like, would you be considering per recipe the cost of the ingredient? So like if you're gonna buy a dozen eggs but the recipe only needs 2 eggs, are you considering the 2 eggs or the whole carton?
That's
why I was saying that.
Well, you could divide. I think that would be pretty easy to like calculate out.
There are also some things that you just buy in bulk, like flour and rice.
Yeah, that's true.
I throw it off.
You could be like 1/5 of a. I mean, if it's 1 cup of flour and you know how much is in like a normal thing of
would it
flour,
be worth to create something like an inventory?
Figure that out the cost.
I was
An
thinking,
inventory sounds nice.
I was thinking of kind of like, sorry. I was thinking of like kind of like the inventory, kind of like a grocery list that the user can have saved. Like, just because it generates, like, let's say that recipe for the week doesn't mean they'll buy those ingredients, so they can just have a saved set of ingredients that they do plan on buying for that week.
Yeah, I agree to that, because like, say, I don't know, I'm gonna buy bread, cheese, and I don't know, vegetables, and then I'm sure you can make more things from that. So what I was saying is like a set of ingredients, like a certain set of ingredients will get you 5 ingredients or something like that. I mean, sorry, not ingredients, will get you meals, but like different meals. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so that would also go along with like keeping an inventory of their stock.
EBT cards too. Yeah, that's good.
And what about expiring dates?
Ooh. But that's not on the app now, is it? It's like,
I mean, but then again, if you buy eggs, how long does those eggs are gonna be good for in your inventory?
Eggs last like forever
before they go bad.
I mean, you could put in a date.
So now we're getting into the functionality, like part of it.
I mean, would we really want to store current inventory though? I mean, that kind of.
If you have a whole cart of eggs, I feel like that would be extra. But
yeah, that would definitely be. That would not be something MVP at all. But it's like a really nice to have, right?
Yes. So, but that's not MVP. We need
like
MVP
get a notification
part. The budget features.
Oh, is that Morris?
Like, and what about the expiration date? The app would alert you, will give you a notification saying, hey, this is about to expire, like that.
But then, like,
Yeah,
okay.
That's like not. I don't think we would do that in this semester, at least.
We could probably add it next
That's
semester.
like a lot of features within that feature.
Like, I mean, that goes to like, how does the store? I mean, how does the app know when the store's product expires. I mean, unless the user enters it, that's easy, right? But like
that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be extra work for the user. How about we look for like an average, for example, how long?
Yeah,
how long
bread's
does
gonna
milk
last
last in a
Yeah,
fridge?
let's think about like Morris. Would you be down to enter the expiration date for everything you buy at the grocery store?
You would.
So there are like there are like
Oh, what's
fitness
up?
apps. There are like fitness apps that count calories, where you scan the QR code of whatever you want to count calorie, and it shows you all of the nutritional info. And I maybe it has the expiration date on there too. I don't know. Like
I
if you
still
just
think
scan the
that's
QR code.
that's too much.
So
I
that's
would
an
not-
It's probably too much, yeah. So
Right. No, but hear me out though. So this is what I was talking about, like
Rating
overcoming
system?
like ideas, like exactly. So it's like we have an idea, and so now we're thinking of ways to kind of like incorporate it. That's what we need to do. You know, whenever we run into a block, we have to think about like different aspects of how we can implement it. And so we're gonna run into a lot of roadblocks. I hope you know that.
I'm like,
But
this should be interesting.
This is gonna be really fun, actually. It sounds like a very like really good idea as a whole. Okay, so now before I end it, let's pick the MVPs because and that's what we're going to focus on. If we have extra time, we can also add extra features.
certain ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah, Gabriel, that's like not MVP. Oh, I mean, we could put it, but
So MVP will be login. They need to create
comment. Oh, well, yeah, just being able to comment should be something. Be able to comment on ways to change or jazz up the recipe, like different spices.
So
as long as it's in the budget.
Login is essential. The user will be able to use a random button. That's extra. We need to focus on the most important ones. User will be able to save recipes. That's important.
yes.
The user will be able to decide whether to pick a single or multiple recipe meal plans. That is in the middle, but I feel like that would be.
I feel like that's MVP for what I think for the purpose of what we're making to make it distinguishable from other things. I think
Right.
that we should have to do that.
Okay, so the user will be able to create and save their own recipes.
MVP. That's easy, I think, to make.
That's easy. Yeah. User will be able to add price constriction. That's MVP.
For sure.
This is MVP.
Add time constriction.
I mean, that's easy. That's not.
What do you mean by time constriction though? Like
how long it takes to make?
Like breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
No. I'm not sure if we have that as a user story, but yeah, like the duration of the meal to make. Like
how long it takes to make, right?
That would be within the recipe, so
yeah,
I don't think that'd be hard to implement.
But some recipes don't have an exact time. They have like an upper and lower bound. What would you consider?
Upper.
Just play it safe, right?
Oh, then squared.
Oh my god.
Where's that big O?
Give me 1 second.
Oh no, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with that. we're just being idiots. Yeah.
User will be able to pick. Okay, so user will be able to enter ingredients they post. That's MVP. Because that's gonna like decrease the amount of recipes that they can cook with. User will be able to select tags, descriptors.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore. I think
I don't know what that means exactly.
I had a thought when I wrote that, and it's gone.
I like the
Wait,
vegan.
where?
I saw a vegan around there.
Yeah,
there's another one down here.
User can add food constraints, vegan, vegetarian, dairy, etc. to
Or
their
allergies,
profile.
or even allergies.
Oh
Taste.
yeah.
That's MVP.
Meal of the week. That's not MVP.
That's extra. You will be able to keep
Inventory, not MVP.
If you
Playlist, that's not MVP. I like that idea though.
ingredients, okay, you guys have to.
work hard and you get to see all your ideas come to life. That's basically what's going on here.
Yeah.
You should be able to rate recipes. I think that's MVP.
Yeah, that's MVP.
And filter by rating MVP.
Thank you, Stephen, for coming.
We also had comment, like being able to comment on the recipe.
Maybe like personal thoughts.
Yeah, like reviews basically. Right.
Okay, so
let's get rid of everything that not necessarily. I mean, it depends on how much we can progress.
I feel like that's gonna be extra.
A review?
Yeah, I feel like that's not
a rating out of 5.
Oh, okay, yeah, but a comment will be extra.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
fair. Yeah.
Like a comment system, that's extra for sure. We can have that.
Yeah, like you don't want to like buy a budget recipe just to find out it's nasty.
Oh, there you go. Upvote and downvote. There you go.
Yeah, upvote, downvote. Perfect.
Yeah, you like it or you don't. I feel like that might be better.
That keeps it simple, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If we're managing budgets, did we
kind of have that already?
Yeah, we have that. Okay, so I think these are our MVPs. Okay, so let's separate them and then we can start building the ideas based on that. Let's see. Okay. Actually, some good progress. This is taking forever. Okay, and then we cut this back. These are MVPs. This is what we have to focus on at first, and we're gonna be building the structure based on these ideas. Okay.
I feel like we should wrap somewhat soon.
Yeah, no, this is it. Like, we're wrapping up right now.
Okay.
So MVP and extra. Yeah, that's it. All right. This is some good progress. At least we have the app, and then we can start building the structure, and we have a good amount of people from both sides. Okay, so we're going to separate from now. So every 2 weeks, we're going to have meetings where we're going to follow up on what's our progress and what we have built. We're going to have little meetings, like maybe 30-minute meetings throughout the whole week, maybe like twice a week, where we're just going to start building like the structure, okay? And that way everybody else can follow as well, okay? And what, does that sound good?
Yeah, and we're gonna use Slack to communicate.
Oh, yeah, and so everything like meetings are going to be posted in the Discord. The Slack is going to be our form of communication within the team, okay?
And for like the individual team meetings, we're gonna like, I guess we'll use let us meet or something and see what times are the best for everyone to meet throughout the week for individual teams.
So consistency of the UX, it doesn't matter. It actually does.
What does that mean?
So the consistency, like, I guess, like if you make it pretty, for now, Thomas just needs to create like the structure of the pages, how many pages, and where the important, like we always try to focus on the important stuff, and then we start adding. Okay, so if I'm sending a signal, if I'm sending a response to the front end where nothing exists, Thomas can't do anything with that. You know what I mean? And so he has to create kind of like the base. And we'll talk about more about that. But all right, guys, we're wrapping it up. Thank you so much for coming, and be on the lookout for the Let Us Meet, okay?
Yeah, well, we'll keep you posted. The recording will be posted in the Discord channel.
Okay, let me actually stop.
Any questions? Anybody?
Anything that you guys want to talk about or questions?
Yeah, where does the database, where is that located? In the back?
It's gonna be, yes. So for this, we're probably gonna be using MongoDB, and MongoDB has the database is technically on a cloud. We're going to be using Atlas. So
Miami, you can message me.
All right. Yeah.
If anybody has questions about VS Code or front end shit, message me in Discord.
oh yeah, and I guess like for backend for me, but like technically MongoDB, it's online. We're going to be sending everything online.
All right. Lastly, should I be practicing JavaScript, learning it?
Yeah, you should.
He's backend, right?
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
backend.
you should in general. Oh, actually, wait. You guys are doing.
And I know Python and Java.
Oh wait, are you guys doing Java, Manny?
So yes and no. So
Yes and no.
So yes, we're going to be using JavaScript, but no, in the sense that Node, we're going to be using Node, and Node, it doesn't behave exactly like, it doesn't behave like React. It behaves differently. It's a lot more simple and a little bit different. So
Well,
I'll give you guys some track on that.
I'd
You
say
guys could go if you guys don't have any questions.
I'd say Morris, I'd say like you should learn the fundamental JavaScript.
Yes.
Like
We're not assigning
Alright.
tests yet.
yeah.
I guess that'll be my homework for
That's your homework
for this. The JavaScript.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much. Sounds like so much fun. Bye.
So next week, yeah, we're gonna try to have some mini meetings for front end. So I'll message you guys in Discord.
And same here for backend. Any other questions? What's it called?
Time to shine. I'm not doing anything. I was just giving these guys a hard time.
This is actually some good progress. If you guys need to leave or want to leave, you guys can do so. Any other questions? I'll probably for another 4 minutes.
Frontend should probably also start looking at JavaScript.
So
because they're gonna need to.
You should also look at. I mean, you should also look at HTML and CSS too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's
I
a
think
video.
If you don't know what HTML and CSS are, those are really, I think they're pretty easy to learn, especially if you've. I mean, it's easy to learn for a non-programmer, but it's really easy to learn if you've done Java. So I would look into. I'll try to post some resources for that.
Yeah, let's try and get the.
There's a video right here that I can share with you guys, which literally covers the basics of what we're going to be doing, but it's HTML and it's HTML and CSS. But here you can get the concepts of what, and this is very important, of the concepts of how the response and the request happen. Okay.
We have all your IDs in our form if you send up.
Yeah.
Make sure you signed up on the form because that's where we keep track of everything.
Yeah, I check it daily.
Let me post the form. Where's that at? If you guys aren't on the sign up form, please do that. I think that's announcements. Let me see.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here till 9. So, and then
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat after this.
Yeah.
That made me even more hungry.
What's it called? Anything else, guys? We're meeting in person or through Zoom.
I'll post it in the Discord. That you guys should sign up so we have your info.
So our next meeting, I believe, is in September 22nd. We're going to try to meet in person, and everything's going to be streamed online as well. That said, the little meetings that we're going to have throughout the week for the teams, that's going to be online because we're just going to cover certain topics. It's gonna be updates, catching up with the team, if anybody needs help, it's basically like the experience you would get like in a real team, and that's what we're trying to strive for. Anything else? Should I learn
the announcements channel? I literally cannot see it.
First and Node. If you learn JavaScript, you're good with Node, basically.
Yeah.
Node is very simple. But it behaves different from your regular JavaScript and React. So don't expect to know everything. If you're doing backend, I would look into like probably this video. Let me
Thanks.
get
Good night.
Pop quiz, Manny. Why is it different?
for what? For
Node.js versus the front
Node-
versus the JavaScript typically used for like React.
So for React JavaScript, you usually use commands that will create components and basically define their behavior. And technically, you are doing the same thing in Node, but you're dealing with requests and responses. So you're taking in the request and you're modifying that, and then you're tapping into the backend, which is it's not syntax that you would use in React, and then depending on that, you have to define whether the code, because we're gonna be like working with status codes. Like if you get a status code of 200, it means okay. It means that it got the information. 404 means not found. 500, I think it's no, I think it's 220. It's a bad request. Like credential request.
200 is usually okay.
No, but 220 is actually a bad login request. Like the credentials were not found. Then you have 400, which is unknown, like bad request. And so like we're gonna be like dealing with like status codes, and depending on how that status code comes back from the database and gets sent to, we're gonna be dealing with that. Okay. And so that's different. So you're not really creating, you're more like troubleshooting, you're more like handling the data and how and what you want to send back.
Okay. Everyone from Frontend, I'm gonna go because I'm hungry.
Okay.
So message me on Slack, or if it's a more general question, message me on web dev.
Let me just share this. Let me just share this video for the backend.
Naomi.
This is perfect. You guys, if you guys see this, you guys will have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be building in the backend.
I'm waiting for other people to ask to absorb knowledge. Oh my god. I mean, this is your team essentially, right? Like you've got to be able to ask them questions.
Is
like,
Microsoft in is Minecraft in JavaScript?
No, isn't it Java?
Yeah, it's written in pure Java, I think.
Just do programming 1 and 2. Be right.
Attention, it is still breakfast time. Please come to the campus.
All right. See you guys.
Take it easy, bro.
All right, I think I'm gonna go too.
All right.
It was a pleasure. Let me upload this into YouTube and I'll send you guys the link.